Welcome to our introduction to Oracle Learning Subscriptions. Today we're going to talk about Oracle Training on Demand, which is part of the Oracle Learning Subscription package. You can buy Oracle Training on Demand courses individually, or you can buy those as part of the Oracle Cloud Learning or Unlimited Learning subscriptions. We'll cover more about those in our alternative webinars. So we'll just move through the options in the training subscriptions. The access of this is from the Oracle Education website. You would need to have a single sign-on oracle.com account to register, but you can set that up very quickly with Oracle's website. So we're going to focus today here on Oracle Training on Demand. So basically, Training on Demand is a pre-recorded training session which captures the classroom experience and is taught by the Oracle certified instructors. They include 24/7 access, hands-on access to the lab environments, and you get a free e-kit as well. But we'll cover those shortly. I'm going to enter into Training on Demand so we can see that in more detail. So I'm just going to scroll down and pick a random course. So we'll look at Enterprise Management. So here we have a training course on Oracle Enterprise Manager, and I'm going to preview that just so I can show you what Training on Demand looks like. So while we're waiting for this to load, you'll see that you have the heading of the course here. I'll just get rid of that feedback, and you have a number of tabs at the top. The overview tab, if you click there, will give you a real insight into what this course is comprised of. So there's an introduction to the instructor and some sample videos there, but if you scroll down, you'll see the course topics which are broken down day by day. Now the good thing about this is that if you're certainly more experienced than others, there may be elements of, or in fact the entire element of the first day of which you already are aware of the training involved. So therefore you may want to skip forward that day and go straight to the next day. Obviously if you're in a classroom, that's not quite as easy to do. So that gives you an overview, and you can click on the links at the top of each day to go into that day within the course, as you can do at the top of the banner as well. So you have your options there, day 1, day 2, etc. And then you have a tab for the e-kit and the bonus material. Now the e-kit you can access at any time. The Training on Demand course, once you start the course, will be valid for 60 days, and you can view that e-kit throughout the entire period of that. Unfortunately, you're unable to download that e-kit, but what you can do is open up a separate tab and have the e-kit open on a separate tab while you're doing your labs or going through each day of your learning. So let's just click on to day 1. One of the things you do have within Oracle Training on Demand is a full search functionality. So if you click on the search option, you can search for key phrases and words, and it will search through every video that is relevant to that particular search string that you're searching for. So for argument's sake, if we just search on 12C, it then tells us here where these red pointers are, where 12C is mentioned within each part of the learning videos. So you can very quickly identify key elements of the training that you may wish to focus on. So going back to the full day itself, or waiting for it to load, you can see at the top here, you can submit your feedback, you can ask the instructor a question, and you can look at your own progress report, but we'll come back to that shortly. And again, within each day, this is broken down into individual videos. I'll just pause that chap. And you can, again, skip, fast forward, rewind, and learn at your pace, basically, which makes this a very flexible form of learning. Again, within the video, you've got the search option here to search on any keywords or phrases that you would like to skip forward to. And then I'll just play this so you can see how clear that is. As you can see, it critiques underneath the instructor. You can also open or close the captions. You can make this full screen, or you can adjust the volume here as well. So if you need to ask a question, if you click on the Ask the Instructor, that will then automatically pre-populate some fields for you, and then you answer your question. There is an SLA, which is 2 business days for the instructor to come back and answer your question. And again, this will follow through each day. Now, if you look at your progress report at the top here, this will show you which learning videos you've watched, how much you've watched, and how much you still have to continue in your overall progress. You will there see your attendance certificate, which obviously you will need to apply for your exam certification as well. Going back to the e-kit, if we click on the e-kit, you will then see the options here. I'm just in a preview mode, so unfortunately I'm unable to show you the e-kit, but it's basically an e-book that you can turn the pages over that has all the training written down for this particular course. You will, of course, get bonus material as well. I'm not sure if there's any here for this particular piece. Yes, there's a bonus piece there. And then obviously once you've finished your course, you can then book labs into the environment. So to do such, there doesn't seem to be labs available for this specific course. So what I'll do is I'll go back to the learning subscriptions, go back into training on demand, and we'll just pick another training course. So let's go to 11G administration. It will let me in, slowly but surely. And there you have the labs tab. So some courses, there will not be a labs option because of the nature of the course. But obviously if there is a lab available for that type of learning, you will be given that option. So quite simply, you click on the labs tab. You have to test your configuration to make sure that it complies with the environment. So a certain level of Java and Flash. But I do know that this will be moving over to HTML5 in the near future, so that will make life a lot easier. And then, quite simply, schedule the time that you wish to book your lab in. Now, my suggestion would be if you are planning on spending a block 5 days for this course, for example, it's a 5-day course, and you want your lab to be ready at the end of that, I would book your lab prior to starting your course. So at least then you know that when you finished your learning that you haven't got to wait a week for your lab, and that could obviously impact the learning that you've received. Obviously with any learning, if it's not used, it can become redundant. So I would suggest booking a lab prior to starting the training if you can commit the time to it. So I think with any learning, particularly training on demand, my suggestion is you really do need to make sure that you have allocated the time to do this, or if you're doing it on your employees' time, that your line manager has approved this attendance so that you can concentrate and get this work done. Obviously, you can come back to this at any time within a 60-day period, and you can your labs here will last for 6 days. But once that lab has run out, you can order another one within the 60-day window of the training course. You have support here, and there's a service level agreement that the support team have to come back to you within an hour of your question as well. So I think that gives a very quick overview of training on demand. Each course, depending on the course nature, the duration of the course varies in cost. So if you have any questions regarding a particular course, then please do not hesitate to reach us via our YouTube channel or via our website, which is vertex-it-solutions.com. Thanks very much for your time.